Imagine sitting down for dinner, and instead of being greeted by a smiling waiter, you're welcomed by a blood-covered zombie. Your drink arrives in a smoking skull. The walls are covered in monsters. Haunted dolls stare at you while you eat, and somewhere in the distance, you hear the sound of a chainsaw. No, this isn't Halloween. These places are opened all year long. Across the United States, horror fans have created restaurants, cafes, and bars where every meal feels like you're stepping into your favorite scary movie. Some celebrate classic monsters. Others transport you into haunted mansions. One even serves coffee surrounded by horror memorabilia. Tonight we're taking a road trip across America to visit incredible horror-themed places you can actually eat and drink at. So dim the lights, grab your favorite late-night snack, and let's see which place earns the title of America's ultimate horror dining experience. Most horror-themed bars try to look spooky. Witch's Brew feels like it actually belongs in another world. Hidden inside a renovated house in South Bend, Indiana, this goth and industrial-inspired venue has become one of the Midwest's favorite gathering spots for lovers of the strange and unusual. From the moment you walk inside, the lighting grows dim, the decor turns delightfully eerie, and it feels less like a neighborhood bar and more like you've wandered into a witch's private home. Locals even joke that the building itself has paranormal energy. Whether you believe it or not, the atmosphere certainly encourages your imagination to run wild. The drink menu is just as creative as the decor. You'll find handcrafted cocktails, local beer, wine, coffee, and even mocktails for guests who want the experience without the alcohol. But Witch's Brew isn't just a place to grab a drink. Throughout the year, the venue hosts live music, goth dance nights, burlesque performances, tarot card readings, open mic events, and themed gatherings to draw visitors from all over Indiana and neighboring states. One thing that stands out is how welcoming the community is. Despite its dark aesthetic, regulars often describe Witch's Brew as one of the friendliest alternative venues around, creating a space where everyone from longtime goths to first-time visitors can feel comfortable. It's proof that sometimes the friendliest people you'll ever meet are dressed entirely in black. And honestly, that's probably less terrifying than the person who orders pineapple on pizza. Speaking of pizza, our next destination has been feeding horror fans along with the sight of classic movie monsters. Let's head east. If you've ever dreamed of eating pizza surrounded by Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Wolfman, and just about every creature from classic horror cinema, Famous Monster Pizza was built for you. Located in Decatur, Indiana, this family-friendly pizzeria celebrates decades of monster movies with walls packed full of horror memorabilia, vintage posters, life-size creatures, collectibles, masks, and even spooky decorations to make any Universal Monster fan feel right at home. Walking inside feels less like entering a pizza restaurant, and more like stepping into a horror museum where every table happens to serve amazing food. The owners clearly have a genuine passion for monster culture, and that enthusiasm shows in every corner of the restaurant. Whether you're spotting your favorite creature on the walls or admiring rare collectibles behind the glass, there's always something new to notice. And of course, you can't survive on nostalgia alone. Thankfully, Famous Monster Pizza has built a reputation for serving handcrafted pizzas loaded with fresh ingredients along with wings, breadsticks, sandwiches, and plenty of comfort food to fuel your next horror marathon. It's the kind of place where parents can introduce their kids to classic monsters while longtime horror fans appreciate the references hidden throughout the restaurant. It's spooky without being too scary, which means everyone leaves happy. Except maybe the vampires. Garlic bread probably isn't their first choice. Our next stop trades pepperoni for coffee, and horror fans across California know exactly where we're headed. Most coffee shops try to wake you up. Horror Vibes Coffee tries to haunt you first. Located in North Hollywood, California, this unique cafe combines artisan coffee with a full-blown love letter to horror culture. The moment you walk through the doors, you're surrounded by horror collectibles, movie-inspired decor, creepy artwork, and enough spooky environment to make every sip feel like you're part of a scary movie. It's easy to lose track of time simply exploring the displays. The cafe has become a destination for horror fans, filmmakers, cosplayers, and tourists looking for something far more memorable than another chain coffee shop. Their menu includes specialty coffees, espresso drinks, teas, pastries, and seasonal creations inspired by the horror genre. During Halloween season, the atmosphere somehow becomes even more immersive, with decorations and themed offerings that transform the cafe into one of Southern California's coolest horror hangouts. Events featuring horror artists, vendors, and members of the horror community help make each visit feel different from the last. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, it's worth stopping by to appreciate the passion behind the business. Every shelf, every decoration, every little detail reminds visitors that horror isn't just something people watch. For many fans, it's a lifestyle. If you've ever wished you could have dinner inside a world inspired by the films of Tim Burton, then Beetle House is just about as close as you're going to get. Located in the heart of New York City, Beetle House has become one of the country's most recognizable horror-themed restaurants, drawing visitors from around the world. The restaurant celebrates the gothic, quirky, and delightful bizarre style found in the films like Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and more. While it isn't officially affiliated with those films, the inspiration is unmistakable. The moment you step inside, you're surrounded by haunted decor, candlelit tables, eerie artwork, and costume performers who stay in character throughout your visit. And yes, you might even hear somebody shout, "It's showtime." Throughout the evening, guests are treated to live entertainment featuring music, comedy, character interactions, and theatrical performances that make every meal feel like dinner and a stage show rolled into one. The menu is just as creative, and cleverly named dishes, themed cocktails, desserts, and drinks that arrive smoking, glowing, or decorated with spooky flair. It's one of those rare restaurants where people often spend as much time taking photos as they do eating. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to eat dinner while surrounded by horror legends? At the Haunted House restaurant in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, you don't have to wonder. Every room inside the restaurant pays tribute to decades of horror cinema. Life-size creatures, movie props, detailed sets, classic monsters, and enough Easter eggs to keep horror fans pointing at the walls long after the food arrives. Whether your favorite scare comes from slashers, supernatural hauntings, zombies, or classic creatures of the night, there's something here that will immediately catch your eye. The menu serves up burgers, sandwiches, wings, steaks, seafood, cocktails, desserts, and plenty of comfort food, making it a destination that's just as much about the food as it is the atmosphere. Throughout the year, the restaurant hosts special events, celebrity appearances, themed nights, and seasonal celebrations that bring the horror community together. It's not uncommon to see guests dressed as their favorite horror characters, especially during Halloween season. A haunted house restaurant perfectly captures something many horror fans understand. Watching scary movies is fun. Living inside one, even for dinner, is unforgettable. Imagine walking into a centuries-old mansion where every room tells part of a dark mystery. That's exactly the feeling Raven's Manor creates. Located in Portland, Oregon, Raven's Manor blends immersive storytelling, gothic architecture, theatrical performances, and handcraft cocktails into one unforgettable experience. According to the restaurant's fictional backstory, the mansion once belonged to Dr. Raven, an eccentric scientist whose experiments pushed the boundaries between life and death. As guests explore the manor, pieces of the mysterious story are woven throughout the decor, the menus, and even the interactions with the staff. Instead of simply ordering a drink, you become part of the experience. The bartenders just don't mix cocktails, they perform them. Many drinks feature smoke, bubbling effects, dramatic presentations, and creative ingredients that make every order feel like a potion straight out of a haunted laboratory. The food menu embraces the same theatrical style, pairing elevated comfort food with the manor's eerie atmosphere. Every room feels carefully designed, from antique furnishes and flickering candlelight to hidden details waiting to be discovered by observant guests. Unlike many themed restaurants that rely on jump scares or loud monsters, Raven's Manor builds its atmosphere through storytelling. It's mysterious, and it feels like stepping inside a gothic novel where every dinner guest has a secret. If Edgar Allan Poe ever opened a cocktail lounge, it would probably look something like this. So there you have it. Bars and cafes that prove Halloween doesn't have to end on October 31st. Whether you're sipping coffee surrounded by horror collectibles in California, or enjoying a gothic cocktail inside a haunted mansion in Oregon, these places prove horror isn't just something you watch. Sometimes you can actually eat it. And the best part? Every location on today's list has its own personality. Some are spooky enough for the whole family. Others lean into gothic elegance. And a few will make you feel like you've walked into your favorite horror movie. If you're planning your own horror road trip, these destinations deserve a spot on your bucket list. Which place would you visit first? Let me know down in the comments. And if you know of any other horror-themed restaurant, bar, or cafe that deserves to be featured in a future episode, let us know below. You might just help inspire the next road trip. Until next time, keep your flashlight close, keep looking over your shoulder, and remember, sometimes the scariest places deserve.